Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever you may be. I am Mezz09, and welcome once again to my Wazhack Mezz09, where today I'm playing as myself again, although I plan to in the future play as characters from the book I've written. I wanted to do 2 runs as myself to start off with. Now the first run, the previous one, I played as a wizard, as I generally would in this sort of game. And to be honest, they're not that great of a class in this game. I like playing the huntsman myself, but this time I'm going to be playing as a more realistic version of me. So, we've got all these classes here, but I certainly don't know any magic, and I wouldn't be very good at in a fight with a sword or an axe. I suppose I'd be alright with a bow. I did well at archery at a few camp things at school, but that's irrelevant, because I'm not an archer. In fact, I'm not most of these things. I'm certainly not a thief or a rogue. Definitely not a barbarian or a vandal. And no, I'm not a druid. So that leaves the bards. I suppose, as a writer, the bard fits me the best. And as an entertainer, fits me the best. So that's what I'm going to go with. Let's give him a more Mezz09, the realistic. That's what this one's going to be called. Now, let's have a look at the stats. Oh, no, I didn't mean to send you back. Let's have a look at the stats. Strength, well, I'm not particularly strong. Or dexterous, which is a little bit of a shame. I'm not particularly undexterous. So yeah, I'll leave it there-ish. I'd like to have higher intelligence, but I honestly don't. So again, leaving it at sort of medium value. But I've certainly got more wisdom than that's actually letting me put in. Okay, that's only let me do some quite crap wisdom there. So let's put the other stat into dexterity and charisma. More important as a bard anyway. And I suppose that's a reasonably accurate. I shouldn't have that much dexterity. I am dyspraxic after all. Okay. I think that's a pretty accurate me. I didn't mean to send you back again. It's not reshuffled that, has it? It has. It bloody well has. No, can't change that any higher. Yeah, okay. I'm certainly not chaotic evil. Yeah, I'll go with chaotic good. I try to be good. I'm certainly not all in it for myself most of the time. So, this is more of a me. I'm not going to pick up a random pair of shoes. But I'll take the money. And this is sort of to exhibit the sort of thing I'll be doing as playing as a character. I'll be trying to like act more like the character will rather than what might actually be a good idea for playing the game well. And this might turn out horribly. We'll find out soon enough. Well, I think I'd choose to defend myself over picking up a random piece of paper on the floor, so let's just do that. There we go. It's the best I can defend myself anyway by convincing the animals to help me, so I suppose, yeah, that's more of what I would do. Then I'd pick up the scroll, because there's no more defending myself to be done. This lichen's not going to bother me. Let's think about it. I'll pick up the other scroll as well. And, you know, with my inquisitive mind, I would read it. I would read both of them. Okay, so that didn't turn out too well. But I can just talk them around to my way of thinking. That worked fine. Now I've got a little bit of an army. That'll do fine by me. And, still curious, I'd still read the other scroll just to find out what it is. Oh, my army's gone. And there's a goblin. Well, talk him round. I know I'm using a lute, but that's not how I do it in real life, because I can't play a lute. Okay. Gemstone on the floor, not going to pass up that. Yeah, I did get everything up there. I don't like to miss things. I like to be thorough. Alright, this is actually kind of turning out reasonably well so far, with me just doing what I would actually do. Okay, that guy's hit me, so I'm just going to run away. And there's another one there attacking me. Okay, that worked out well for a moment. Well, that's alright. All my dudes seem to have killed off the traitor ones. There's a potion there. Now, I am pretty inquisitive still, but I'm not sure I would just drink a random drink that I found. So, no, I'm not going to drink that. Jump over the lichen. He's just in my way, but I'm not going to hurt him. It's worth mentioning, I am a pacifist, so I wouldn't ever really hit any of the enemies. Which might come into a bit of a hazard at some point. But I've got a little army protecting me, and that'll do for now. You know, if they can stop killing each other. The food situation tends to get a little worrying when I play as a bard, because I have practiced this run a little bit. So I'm just going to pick up everything I can find. I'm probably not going to eat the innards, but maybe if I get desperate. I might feed them to my pets. You never know. Another scroll, so with my inquisitive mind, it's a magic map. Awesome! Good to know. Now I can see the rest of the 3 floors. Not that there was much of that left. So, normally, when I'm playing as a bard, I would just tell these guys to kill these guys, because they can't keep up. But I wouldn't do that in real life, because it's needless violence. Why would I participate in needless violence? Oh dear. There was some needless violence there by the looks of things. What are you running away from? Or towards that other potential needless violence? Yep, there it goes. Oh dear. Water fountain. I wouldn't drink from a random water fountain. I just wouldn't. Oh. He's coming right for me. Thank you, rat friend. You protected me well there. Oh look, here's a shop. Just gonna sell that outfit I picked up. And I think in real life I would rather hang on to the gems and find out what they are over selling them. I wouldn't hang on to the weapons. I'll hang on to the food though, because as I've said, it's a bit of a hard thing to come by as a bard for some reason. Mostly because you don't kill most of your enemies. But it's also something that I value very highly in real life, and I eat a ton of food. Money and a potion? I'll take them. Oh, some more needless violence, but I leveled up from it. And you know what? I am a storyteller, so that is exactly what I'm going to take. Storytelling. None of that, please. I'm beginning to feel hungry. Well, I do feel very hungry very often in real life, so I tend to go with meat over anything else. Don't get me wrong, I love vegetables, but I prefer meat. Oh, another scroll of magic mapping. Well, I do hate not knowing my way around, and I've got quite a bit that I could get from this, so yeah, let's give that a read. Well, it's mapped out a trap just here. Not sure what type of trap, but let's charm this goblin and he can find out for us. Or those two can. It's a teleport trap. Well, I don't really want to step on that, do I? It'll separate me from my dudes, but that's just happened anyway. But I wanted the money and the gem. Great. All alone. Oh, hello there. Well, there's a couple of them back. And he's not friendly. Now he is. Okay. Huh. Didn't notice for a moment. Oh, bloody hell. Enemies! I know I could have just gone through the door, but I wanted to give my allies a little time to catch up. Okay, there's a spell book here. I suppose, being inquisitive, I would read it, but also I would take any chance I could get to learn real magic. Create monster! That would be so useful. Oh well. And of course, I would test it out. It works! I mean, I knew that already, but in the game me didn't. We'll go this way past the acid blob and head on down the ladder. Ooh, more money. You know, I don't think I ever saw what I could buy in the shop. I'm not going to pick up clothing off the floor. I'll pick up another loot though. I'm not sure I would in real life, but it's certainly handy to have a spare in the game, so I'm just going to be cautious. That acid blob is blocking my path now, I can't get back up there. Until it's out of the way at the very least. Oh, I'm quite injured. I think I should probably, have I got any healing potions? I only know what they look like because I saw someone else drink one earlier, so no I don't. Let's have a nap. That'll do. Maybe it won't. Okay, let's use my storytelling to calm them down a little bit. There we go, he's frozen for a moment, and then we can charm him. Or not. There we go. Ooh, random scroll, let's give it a read. Nothing happens. By the way, I am well aware that that could easily have killed me. It's not how I'm playing it. If you have a problem with that, go watch something else. Because this isn't about me playing it well, it's about me playing it as characters. A lot of it's not going to go too well a lot of the time. Although I'm getting quite lucky with this run as a bard. It seems to be a bit powerful so far. Although the charming does wear off after a while and seemingly quite randomly. So, you never know when they could all turn on me for no reason. I've said already that I'm not going to just put on clothing from the ground, so let's not wear that like I normally would. But I wouldn't normally read the scroll, so I would in real life, but not in the game. I'm too cautious for that. They're not going to attack that. Okay, there's a jackal coming at me, so let's charm him and the snake. I don't want. Yeah, actually, I would take the longbow in real life, just in case. I would never actually use it, though. I don't think I would. I think I'm too much of a pacifist for that. Can't charm this kobold. He's killing my men. And they're not fighting back. There we go, someone fought back. I wasn't going to tell him to. I'm a pacifist. Now, I'm not going to investigate this door. I normally would, but not in real life. Might be someone's home. Oh dear, they're bursting out of the doorway. Well, I'm going to have to defend myself. Especially when I'm now nearly dead all of a sudden. Let's come down for a moment. And then get killed. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. Because I'm just going to go into it again. So you get the idea of what I'm doing here. I'm not aiming to play well, I'm aiming to play as me. And it's not going to go well very much of the time. I think that's around what I had. That'll do. I'm not going to bother with the naming again, that's just too much effort. I know I should really, but he doesn't need to be named again. You saw what I called him. He can still be Mezz09 the realistic. Well, let's charm these guys into my way of thinking. All of them. Come on. And you. Or you can die. That works too. I mean, I'd rather he didn't, but sure. Scroll? Well, We know we're going to be reading that. Enchant armor, that's nice. My feathered hat was cursed? Or it is now, I guess. I guess the enchantment was a curse. I wasn't aware that it could work that way, but now I am, so that's good to know. Food is, of course, always important for me, and reading scrolls is exactly what I would do. I think I would be most interested in knowing what the wand does. Striking. Sure, I'll take a look at the potion as well. Flying, that's awesome. I'd love to be able to fly. I don't think it's actually particularly useful in the game, though. So I'm not quite sure why it's in there. Another potion and another scroll. Let's give the scroll a read, find out what it is. It's a fresh magic mapping. I'm not going to take the random clothes off the floor. Anyone could have been wearing them. Scroll of Identify is good to have. Do I have anything that I'd like to identify? Yeah, a couple of potions at the very least. So, let's give it a read. Let's find out what the brown potion is. Alright, that's all it would have the juice for. Oh, goblin, let's give him a mesmerize. I am Mezz after all. How did I not pick up on that earlier? Ah, they're all turning against each other while I fell asleep in the trap. And that's why it's kind of bad to have to sleep very often as a bard, because they do kind of do that. Well, I've got another potion I wanted to identify at the least, so let's have a look at that. Full healing, lovely! Oh, I'd like to get that gem identified as soon as I can as well, but that's not the point. Only magic lamps are made out of gold. Okay, that's possibly good to know. I'm going to start closing the doors behind me, because I've had that rather trained into me over the years, and so I think I would do that. Another scroll of Create Monster. Oh no, wait, it was the spellbook earlier, wasn't it? I shouldn't have investigated that, really. I wouldn't have in real life. Although they would have come pouring out either way, so I suppose. Let's just ignore them for the moment. They'll chase after me and get mesmerised while they do it, but that wasn't actually happening, so... There we go. And I think I've levelled up in something. Yeah. Let's take storytelling again. Sorry, my throat's getting a bit dry and I've forgotten to grab myself a drink before I started. Bad plan of me. Too much dust from the gardening, I think. So I'm just gonna keep on charming until they've gone, and then I'm gonna see if I can find anything in here, because otherwise what was the point of me fighting through them all? Don't want most of those things. I'll take the food. And then I'll eat some of the food, because I'm beginning to feel hungry. I'm not going to eat the cheese. I can't eat cheese, I'm lactose intolerant. So I don't think my character can eat cheese either, technically. Oh, God, they're turning on each other again. Come on, calm down, folks. Well, I suppose that'll do. At least all the traitorous ones are dead. Now, let's have a look at this. I can't take another level of storytelling straight away as I'd like to. I suppose literacy would be a good one for me to have in real life, because, you know, I am literate. I've written a book. Magic precision isn't me. Inspiration, I'd like to think I'm inspirational, but I don't think I particularly am. I suppose it's between literacy and gastronomy, and I think that I probably had literacy first in real life. So I'll take that. Let's see what we can grab from these corpses. No, don't run over there. Pick up, thank you. Okay. a little bit of food. I won't complain about that. Ooh, a ring. Well, you hiss at that. I wasn't going to put it on anyway. Scroll of magic mapping. I think I've seen most of this area, so I'm not going to use that just yet. Oh, I've got another scroll of identify. I didn't remember picking that up, but I'll use that now onto that ring. Uncursed ring of see invisible. Well, if I had that in real life, I'd certainly wear it. I wouldn't pick up a dark staff, but I'd pick up an orange gem. Kobolds! No! One moment, folks. Sorry about that, someone needed to talk to me for a moment. Now, where was I? I think I'd finished this floor and was going down to the next. Pile of money there. It's obviously a trap, but I'm going to take it anyway, because I'm that sort of guy. Wouldn't be the first trap I've walked into for a bit of money. Actually, it probably would, but I think I would do it in real life, and that's the point. Well, I've got... Oh, my army of kobolds is turning on me one by one again, and I need something to eat, and that's far more important in my life. Oh, it's between kobold dinners, yuck, apple, a pear, and cheese that would make me rather ill. In real life, not in the game unfortunately, but I wouldn't eat the cheese. So, any more coming out of that door? Oh, here come another. Ah, that one can reach me. Well, that's not what I want at all. Are we done now? Alright then. Let's see what's in there. Some weapons that I'm not going to take, because I don't need weapons. I'm a pacifist. With an army of kobolds. And a giant rat. And a weird octagonal amulet. I wonder what that could be. Suppose I'll find out at some point. Now, of course, here is the perfect time to use my scroll of magic mapping, but I think in real life I would be more likely to forget it. Forget that I had it completely until a short while later. 'Cause that's who I am. Forgetful. I'm not going to take any of that. I don't want clothes off of the ground. Maybe if I knew where they had come from, but not straight off the ground. Going to take another level of storytelling. Now that's actually quite good, because it freezes them for a while. Giving me time to actually pull off an attack before they unfreeze. And that's nice. Ooh, I'd take the one from the chest, that's for sure. Oh, I see. The see invisible thing is pointing out these traps to me, and something is attacking me. It was a giant bat, but it's mesmerized now, and I'm hungry again. I suppose I'll eat the apple. I'm still hungry. I'm forced to eat the cheese because I wouldn't eat kobold innards or goblin innards. Yeah, words. Suppose that'll have to do. I can see that there's a sleep trap there, so I'm just going to take a nap here. And of course, when I woke up, that will be when I remember I have this scroll. There's a shop through there. I want to get to the shop. You guys take a rest here and break the trap. There we go. Lovely. Exactly what I was after. I'd like to sell some things, Mr. Shopkeeper. Like this dagger. And, yeah, nothing else really right now. What have you got for sale? Scroll of Identify, I'll take that. I know what that is. I'm not going to buy scrolls that I don't know what they are, though. What else? Nothing I recognise. Nothing I'd take. I'll have the scroll, though. And I'm going to use it right away to identify this amulet. Cursed Amulet of Reflection. That sounds pretty good, actually. I'm just going to wear that. I don't care that it's cursed. I'm not going to take it off anyway, so what does it matter? I think that I'd go this way, just to explore what's up here. And I take the potion. I wouldn't take the sword. Oh crap, fog cloud. These can really mess you up when you're playing as a bard, especially. Mostly because I've got no way of hurting it. And it's just going to sit there and kill all of my minions. And that's a massive nuisance. I'll gladly charm this bat and spider though. Sorry, nudge the microphone. Or I'll get killed trying. Alright, so we have now discovered that in real life I would not last 300 feet in that dungeon. And that's a bit of a shame. But I don't think there's anything I could do about that. Next time I will probably be playing this as Asus, who is the main character in my book. I don't know for sure yet. I'll decide between now and then. And if I am playing as Asus, it shouldn't go too poorly, because he's actually someone that does fighting, you know. Aside from that, I hope you all enjoyed this run, this episode, whatever you'd call it. I guess it's more of an episode, because it was multiple runs, and just all about the character that I'm playing, rather than the runs themselves. So yeah, episode. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!